Hey Cancer, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your February 2020 read. So again, this is for Cancer, February 2020. This is a general read, so keep that in mind. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You're going to want to check your other signs. Sometimes you may get a little more clarity, a little more to your story. Again, this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, Venus, Cancer, but make sure you check your other signs as well. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. So you're welcome to order one of those. All right. Take the one that fell first. All right, a few more cards, and let's see what is going on for Cancer for February 2020. Can't believe it's already February. Valentine's or no Valentine's? It's up to you guys to decide. I remember last year I mentioned Valentine's and people were like, yeah, I don't know. And other people were like, can't stand that holiday. And then others were like, love that holiday. So to each his own, right? Very commercialized to a certain extent. And I'm not politically correct with all of this, but from what I understand, it wasn't a very pleasant day, if I understand the history behind it, which I don't know that much about it, so take that for a grain of salt. All right, let's see what's going on. I'm going to pull your theme of the month cards. I'm pulling 2 for every sign for whatever reason. It just feels right. Just feels like what I need to do for whatever reason this month, so that's what we're doing. All right, see what Cancer's theme of the month is, and we'll get started for February 2020. All right. Ace of Wands. I almost said Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands, passion, energy, creativity, a new beginning to a certain extent, but more of a new passion, a newfound love. Either a newfound love for yourself, a newfound love for a person, newfound love for a hobby, something you haven't done in a long, long time. Then you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a Pyrrhic victory. It's feeling like you're heading in one direction and then it's not actually the direction you're going. Generally, when I get this, it's a false start of some sort, a feeling that we're moving in, we agreed to get back together, we agreed to see each other again, we agreed to, whatever it is, and thinking maybe things will head in the right direction this time, or thinking maybe you'll figure out what it is they really want, or they'll figure out what it is you really want, or, you get my picture. Everybody kind of coming together, and then nobody really knows what's going on. So it can be a little confusing with that Five of Swords, because again, you may be like, oh, they contacted me, so they want me back, or vice versa. And then you're kind of like, I don't know what they want. Maybe they come in and say hello. And this could be even, a job. Maybe you think you're on the path to a certain job that you've interviewed for, and you thought you had all the right signs, and then it's not quite there. So I could give a million examples, but again, it's more of like a false start of thinking that you know what's going on and then kind of perplexed. But the Ace of Wands tells me, regardless, your passion for other things is greatly accruing. Whether it's old hobbies, whether it's getting out and trying new things, spending more time with your kids, taking a vacation this year, whatever it is, the Ace of Wands is definitely a creativity passion coming up. Maybe you're coming up with something, on YouTube, or you're coming up with something on Etsy, or something to sell or create. You get my drift. Even if there is some sort of Pyrrhic victory or something you're unsure of, there's an underlying passion for just life in general, Cancer. All right, the next card you have is your current position coming into 2020. You have the Knight of Swords, so definitely feel like you have some things to say to some people. I feel like this could be a multitude of people. It could be, friends that maybe haven't been showing their friendship side, but mostly this feels like somebody who comes back into your life, and I feel like they want that cookie. I was talking to another sign about it, like they want a trophy or an award for just showing up, or texting you, hey, how's it going, or texting you what's up, or and Cancer, we're past that now. We're 2020. This isn't 2019 or 2018, which before it was, hey, how's it going, and then you were like, oh, they want to hang out with me. Here comes the Pyrrhic victory, right? I feel like Cancer, if this person hasn't reached out to you, they are going to reach out to you, and I feel like very much so you have some things to say. The problem with this situation, Cancer, is that I feel like a lot of times they don't want to hear what you have to say. They would like to be able to come back in and have a fresh start, or they'd like to be able to come back in and maybe get physical, or, and I'm not, it doesn't feel like just a sex thing here, okay? It doesn't feel like just a physical thing, but I feel like they feel that that's a closeness between you guys without having to discuss the nitty gritty or the good, bad, and the ugly. But it really needs to be brought to the forefront and needs to be laid out on the table, because I feel like for a lot of you, again, they're going to be contacting you and they're going to be like, hey, Cancer, how are you? Or hey, Cancer, I miss you. Or hey, Cancer. And you're going to be like, okay, but this time we're not going back to the, oh, you text me and I've missed you, so therefore we are. No, this time you're going, if you can't talk about things and you want to make it right between us, there's a problem if you can't have a mature adult discussion. And that's the thing. I think this person wants to be able to move on with you or start something new with you or kind of pick up where they left off, but no, not having to like really confront those issues. And I don't think you're going to let it go this time, Cancer. I just don't. And I don't think that you should, because it keeps building up and building up and building up. And eventually nothing's going to work between you two because nothing ever gets resolved. And then it's just going to be a big bag of resentment. The next card you have is the Knight of Wands. So here they are. This is how you're feeling coming into the month. But this, I feel like, is this is them coming in. Okay, Cancer? I feel like this Knight of Wands is them coming in because this is somebody who's also very passionate, but they're passionate for you. The Knight of Wands is an energy that moves forward, very, not a forceful energy, because it's not something that you have to look out for. It's more of a speedy entrance, like coming in, and I don't want to say knight on, knight in shining armor coming in on, this horse or whatever, because again, they're not exactly like that. The knight in shining armor would come in and bring you up on their horse and make sure that everything was taken care of and blah, 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 the whole fairy tale, right? But this person doesn't know how to do this. This person knows how to just show up. That's about it. The Knight of Wands, though, tells me that they're coming kind of with that charming energy, that daring, energetic, very confident coming in. And I feel like this is kind of you guys are hitting to a certain extent, because this is them coming and going, but if I show up and tell Cancer that I love them, or if I even communicate with them, they'll know that that's my effort. That's my effort in making things happen. And you, being the Knight of Wands this month, being very confident and sure of yourself, and knowing that even if there's false starts or fear of victory or it's not going anywhere, you're still passionate about other things, maybe even somebody new coming in. The Knight of Wands is kind of clashing between the two of you, because you're going to be very bullheaded in the fact that you're going to want these answers and you're going to not pretend like nothing happened. And they're going to come in very strongly like, but if I'm here and I'm saying I miss you, do you know how much that took out of me? So that should be enough. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years, throughout your childhood, and you have the King of Pentacles. This immediately, the universe is saying, this is what you're looking for, Cancer. Strive for this. This is what you've always wanted. This is not what you've seen, what you've gotten, what you've accepted less. And I'm not putting people down. This isn't, oh, Cancer's better than anybody else. It's not everybody is meant to be together. And so, and you know what? Some people do treat people like crap, and it's okay to say, hey, I deserve not to be treated like crap. I get backlash sometimes when I say, you deserve better or whatnot. And it's like, no, there are times when you deserve better. You don't deserve to be cheated on. You don't deserve to be lied to. You don't deserve to be, talked to in a certain way, or whatever the case is, whatever you've endured. So it's okay to say, I deserve something better. I deserve to be treated better. Maybe that person will treat somebody else better. Maybe it was just something they couldn't do with you. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We don't need to figure them out. What we need to figure out is why Cancer has not found this yet. Why have you settled for something less than what you deserve? Why have you, if this isn't working, this person coming in can't have a serious, healthy, sit down, heart-to-heart conversation where you guys can find the solutions, figure things out, then move on. Then it's not working. Because this King of Pentacles has been waiting in the wings. And that's exactly what they're telling me here, is literally like, this King of Pentacles, Cancer, has been waiting for you to find them, has been waiting for you to open that door and let them in. but that's letting go of all the crap and all the unnecessary bullshit you've put up with and all the people you've allowed to dwell in your energy and bring you down instead of raise your vibration. This person's been waiting to, Cancer, and I feel like they're like on the cusp of coming in to develop something big with you if this other person can't get themselves together. And the two may collide, actually. It may be this person comes in while this other person's trying to get their act together. The next card you have is your immediate past. Over the past few weeks, past month or two. So the Nine of Swords is about anxiety. It's about depression. It's about, but it's about fear of the unknown. It's about paranoia of things that haven't happened. It's an illusion that you're painting in your head. So it's something that either you're assuming your ex has already found somebody, you're assuming your ex and you will never reconcile, you're assuming, did I make the right decision in ghosting them or blocking them or vice versa. This can be for cross watchers, but I read it for the sign that I'm reading for. So the Nine of Swords is telling you the past month or two, you've wanted this. I feel like you've had this coming into the new year, this passion, this energy. Nothing's going to put that fire out, Cancer. I really do feel like regardless of this kind of little, I want to say little cramp in your stomach, that's this other person or this situation or whatever's going on that still kind of sits around in the background, you've still felt powerful and felt engaging in 2020, wanting something bigger and better for this year than you've had the past couple of years. The Nine of Swords is saying you're letting that anxiety go from 2019. It's kind of overflowed into 2020, which is normal, right? You can't just all of a sudden, the New Year's Day hits and nothing from 2019 counts. We all, right? Wish that would happen. Oh, I don't have any debt. Okay, that works. No, so the Nine of Swords is definitely saying, Cancer, there is some second guessing yourself. There's some wondering. There's some worrying. But you wouldn't be a Cancer if you didn't have that. If you didn't make a decision and then worry about it. You wouldn't be a Cancer if you didn't fall, in love with somebody and then when you break up, worry, is that the right decision, not right decision, etc. So you get my drift. This is, the past couple of months, but I feel like that's going to be slowly fading and dissipating for you coming up soon. The next card you have is your distant future, and you have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is somebody who does not give her cup lightly. This is, in he or she, I don't apply sex to the cards, but the Queen of Cups is a woman of mystery, okay? This is somebody who is like, I'm not giving you my life story. I'm not giving you my attention, my time, my affection, anything until you prove it, until you come forward, until you drag it out of me. And I hate to say that, but I really do feel like, Cancer, this month and for the next couple of months, if you guys are meeting new people, they're going to have to work for it. And it's not because it's like, screw you, I'm Cancer and I'm better than anybody. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, for the first time, Cancer, you're actually putting yourself forward. You're actually putting yourself in a deserving position where just because they text you and say, hey, I want a second date now, oh, everything's gonna be, no, you're like, okay, you want a second date, great. Wonder if they remember anything of the first date. It's interesting because there's different bits of and pieces of things that I've been through that I could share and go on forever. But you definitely want to find somebody who is willing to work at it, somebody who's willing to pay attention, somebody who remembers little details you said. I talked about this a long time ago. It didn't work out, but I met a person a long time ago. We'd had a long conversation about flowers. I had specifically said that tulips were my favorite because growing up, we had, big yard that our backyard actually faced the forest and had a creek and whatnot running through it, and there were deer. And in the morning, the deer would run up and eat my mom's tulips in the front yard. And my mom would yell and scream, but she would never do anything to prevent it because she loved the deer more than the tulips. And anyways, it's a long story, but it became my favorite flower. And I met somebody a long time ago who, on our second or third date, actually showed up with tulips. And I was shocked that this person even, it was just a random conversation. I was shocked but there's little things like that we need to start holding higher standards for ourselves, holding those standards. Now, that didn't work out for a whole different reason. But what I'm saying is those are the type of people to look out for. And as hard as online dating and all this, the crapshoot of dating now and technology and everything else going on, there truly are people out there who want to get to know you, who want to pour their affection on you, who want the stability you want. So Cancer, I'm just saying, I would hold out for that if you can. But again, the Queen of Cups isn't somebody who says, oh, they text me, they want a second date. Now I'm all theirs and I'm going to, spill my guts and tell, tell them my deepest hopes and desires and dreams. Do they really want to hear it? Are they really going to listen and pay attention? And I think that's really what Cancer, um, you have coming towards you, is somebody who's going to care enough, be interested enough in you to pull this out. Could it be somebody from the past? Yes, but I feel like it would take an awful lot of work for this person to get to that place. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, you have the Pyrrhic victory. Again, the Five of Swords twice. Five could be a number you see a lot, 555, whatever it is for you. But you have the Five of Swords twice. So again, I feel like this person's coming in. They're going to tell you, I miss you, I love you. They're going to want to see you. But all the while, they're talking to other people. Or I feel like they may be scared, though, Cancer too, that they may be nervous that you have other people in line. So they don't want to fully put their heart out there because they're worried that you're, seeing other people. So if they put their full heart out there, they could end up getting hurt. I feel like there is kind of a double-edged sword here. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like Cancer, but not that it's not, I mean, for some of you, you've been broken up for a while. So it's kind of like, well, of course, I'm talking to other people. Why wouldn't I? Like, after 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, whatever, you don't think I'm sitting around waiting for you. But I also feel like they need to figure out exactly what it is they want. Because Cancer, it's like they believe that if they come back and they talk to you and I don't feel like this person is pulling a wool over your eyes when they say they love you. I do feel like there's a very strong connection here. There is a very strong bond between the two of you, very much a twin flame karmic connection. However, I don't know that you guys can get back in the saddle again. I hate to say that. I don't know that you guys can get back there again because there has been so much damage and there's been distrust. And now I feel like they almost feel distrust in you if they were to come back, that you'd be seeing other people or that you'd only entertain them for a little bit, partially because they feel guilt of the things that you've been put through. It's hard. It's interesting that when people put each other through things, or when somebody lies or is dishonest or cheats or whatever it is, they oftentimes are the ones who feel the distrust in somebody else because they know what they did. So it's kind of like, well, if I did this to somebody else, does that make sense? It's like a whole rigmarole. But my whole point with the Five of Swords is I feel like they are going to come back in. They do want to start something up with you. But I don't know that they don't have somebody on the back burner. I don't know that they're not still looking around. But I think it's plagued by the fact that they're worried that you are, or they're worried that, like, even if they were the ones who did you wrong, they're worried now, like, karma's a bitch, right? And it'll come back to bite them in the ass. So just be careful that they're not, like, if they really want to come in, they're going to show you. Like, they're going to put a ring on it, or they're going to, like, I want to make this happen. Let's go. I want this. I want to be with you and nobody else. Like, there will be no questions, no holes to be filled, no unanswered questions. It will be plain as a nose on your face. The next card you have is anything that's going to happen throughout the month. And you have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is young. So again, this is fresh, something new. I feel like this is something new with somebody old. However, I do feel like there is going to be an opportunity, or there may already be a few people presenting opportunities towards you as far as dating or getting to know you. The Page of Pentacles, though, is being practical and responsible while feeling inspiration. So some of you may be like, hey, okay, it's good to talk to you, or hey, I'd love to go to dinner with you again, or hey, let's catch up, or whatnot. But I think you're being very practical too, knowing that this very well could be a false start, that this very well could be somebody telling you exactly what they think you want to hear, and then not planning on following through with it, just seeing what you're up to. More of a fishing expedition, like, hey, is Cancer still going to talk to me? Are they still willing to talk to me? It's interesting. I feel this person who's not quite at the point where they're ready to do like the move in or the get married or the things that you guys had planned in the past, and not for any other reason other than they're scared, or they don't have the energy to put into it. They're being lazy. They've got work or other things on the side that's taking up a lot of their time. I don't necessarily feel like it's another person. It could be, but this feels more just like they're exhausted and don't necessarily know that they can go through this again because it hurt so much before, and there's been maybe a few times that you guys have gone round and round, and it's like they're going to come back again after this and be ready. My concern is once they're finally ready, Cancer, you may have moved on. The next card you have is how you're feeling. And the Two of Wands The Two of Wands is goals and planning yourself. Okay. If it was the Three of Wands, it would be like, oh, you really want to plan something with somebody else or with them. No, the Two of Wands is like, where am I going? What am I doing? I've got kids to take care of, for babies, a job, whatever it is that Cancer's doing. And you're adding new things that you're passionate about, whether it's, a diet or exercise or painting or artistry or dance or karate or you name it, whatever it is, it's something that you're a newfound passion or something you're going back to. And the Two of Wands is telling me that this month, throughout the month, what you're focusing on is you, like really you, like where am I going? Regardless of this old person, regardless of somebody new who could come in, like where am I going? I feel like a lot of you are even like planning out your year, like, okay, this time next year, where do I see myself? Is it with a partner? Is it opening a business? Is it changing careers? Is it having kids? Whatever it is for you. I feel like Cancer this year, and I said it a lot to you guys just because I really do feel like 2020, for whatever reason, is going to be a banner year for Cancer. A lot of new starts, a lot of new, and finding your strength, like cutting people out that just don't matter or that don't, it's not that they don't matter, but cutting people out that don't deserve to be in your energy, that don't help your vibration. You're lifting your own vibration with this Two of Wands, and you're just at the point where you're not going to let anybody else bring it down. So what if this past person comes in and it doesn't work out? I feel like you're okay with that. You're ready for that if that's not going to happen. If you don't meet a person right now, you're okay with that. Like you're good in your shell. You're not hiding out in your shell. You're not, like scared to get out there and do your thing. It's just more like I'm cozy in my shell, and I'm gonna do a lot of things in the shell. And if somebody wants to join me in the shell eventually, great. The next card you have is your hopes and fears. Yeah, and I mean, you have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, pain, despair. You just don't want to deal with the bullshit. And lately, since that's what it's been with your ex, and even if you've been dating or meeting people, maybe you haven't been meeting people that have been really legitimate or really organic. People have been kind of, two-faced. Or I have a friend who's dating like crazy now because she's been out of the dating scene forever. And man, I'm telling you, some of the stories she tells me scares the hell out of me. I'm like, what? Who did what? When? Like, so I feel like Cancer, it's not a priority for you. Love, it's not that you don't want to find a forever partner, whether it's marriage, whether it's not marriage, whatever it is for you. It's not that you don't want to find somebody. You do. It's just that it's not your main focus. You have too many other amazing things coming towards you, surrounding you, engulfing you, that are going to wrap you up in this nice little Cancer blanket to go in that shell, that you're going to be at peace until you find this king, the upstanding, like stable person that you deserve. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Sun. Okay, the Sun is often thought to be can represent Leo, but more than that, the Sun is about solutions and about seeing things clearly. This is the fog is lifted. So Cancer, I feel like you're going to see the solutions that you need to take you in the right direction. I feel like you're going to, and honestly, this could be a solution with a past person. Like, you guys finally have that heart to heart and you see the solutions that can be had. Or it's the solution of, I'm needing to go ahead and we're needing to, there is no solution for us to come together. So the only solution is finding somebody new, or embracing the fact that, the ex or the old situation is no longer. Because the reason I say that too is you have the King of Swords right here. And the King of Swords is about truth. It's just. It's about fairness. So I feel like Cancer, this is the universe saying you've given this enough of a chance. If you decide to give it one more chance, okay, because they are coming towards you. And if it is a Pyrrhic victory with this Five of Swords, like it's a jump start into something that they tell you they miss you, they love you, and then their actions like plummet and you're like, no, then the solution's right in front of you. And the King of Swords is saying, then I'll cut that off. The king is not afraid to cut that off. And I think that's the difference, Cancer. Before you were like, but if I cut it off, it'll never come back. If I cut it off, is that the right decision? If I cut it off, will I meet somebody else? Yes, 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 yes. Like all of the above, you will meet somebody else. You will survive cutting them off. If you cut them off, they may never come back, and it may be the best thing that ever happened for you. If you cut them off and they do come back, maybe it is at the time when you're ready when they're ready, and you're ready to receive them. I really do feel in my gut, though, Cancer, that this person comes back when you're already gone, when you're already taken, when somebody else has already seized the moment. Like your king arrives when they show back up as this king, telling you the truth, telling you, showing you, for once you see the just and fairness of what they want, or they're acting in a just and fair manner. And I wonder if it's too little too late, because then you have the Hanged Man here, which is often representing Pisces. So you could be dealing with Pisces or Pisces in your chart, but the Hanged Man is sacrifice. And I feel like a lot of you, that's this year, you're going, I've sacrificed enough. I put enough energy into this last year and the year before, and possibly several years. And I played my part. I gained wisdom from it and understand that I put a lot of time and energy into this, and that's great and that's wonderful. But I sacrificed, and I went 150 and they came 25. So this is almost me feeling like Cancer's going, I'm good. If this does turn out to be a Pyrrhic victory with these 5 of Swords, then it does. But like the damage has already been done. You've already started recovering from it. So I just don't feel like it's going to be some major blow. I feel like it'll kind of be like, I didn't expect that much anyways. And cross watchers, again, this can be reversed. I'm not putting you guys down. I read for the sign I'm reading, but it can be reversed. It could be you going, that's what I expected from Cancer. All right, down here you have the 3 of Cups, which is why I feel like you are going to meet somebody new, or at least you're going to put yourself in the position to meet new people. The 3 of Cups is celebration. It's getting to know people. It's meeting friends. It's getting out, doing meetup groups, online dating, whatever it is you feel like doing. You could go to start a bowling league, go golfing, whatever. You get my drift. The 3 of Cups is get out there, have fun, enjoy yourself. This is about making new friendships, bonding with new people. It doesn't have to be, hooking up with people or dating a bunch of people. It's just getting out there again and putting yourself out there and getting to know people and having somebody to go grab a quick dinner with on a Sunday night, or text in the middle of the week and go see a movie. This is just Cancer forming bonds and having that passion in life for other people that you normally always have, but for whatever reason have been very much in solitude and cut off from other people because of this tie that bound you, that just doesn't bind you anymore. Then your next outcome clarifying card is the Star card. Now, the Star card I love, because the Star card is about hope, inspiration, and I totally just botched that. This is what the Star card looks like in my 8-coin tattoo tarot deck, and I just realized this is the 8 of Wands, but that's okay because there are stars in this card. So for whatever reason, maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius and that's why it came up, and this Star card for whatever reason came up. That is so strange to me. I literally just, anyways, this is the 8 of Wands, which is even stranger that I said that, because I said hope, inspiration, everything coming to you. And the 8 of Wands is quick. The 8 of Wands is fast. It is very fast movement. If you had the 8 of Swords, it would be more of like a self-imprisonment or a stagnation, okay? But the 8 of Wands is very much something coming to fruition in a quick manner, okay? The 8 of Wands is somebody who is something that comes in. You don't have the ability to like stop it, okay? It's fast. This is something that like you're moving, you're achieving your goals, you're going forward, and it points inward and outward. So it's like, I know what I want, I know what path I'm on, and then I'm moving forward. But the 8 of Wands, like I said, is quick movement. It's very fast movement. They say it's like the gusto card. So very interesting. I don't know why I said the Star card. Must be on my mind, probably because of the stars. I have another deck that the Star card is identical almost to this, where it's like somebody and there's stars around it. But I feel like, man, you guys are inspired for somebody new coming in, and somebody new is coming in quick. I really feel like you guys could take it or leave it, and then somebody's going to come in quick. You're going to do something, you're going to meet people, and I feel like it's going to be lackadaisical. Like you're going to be like, go on some site and be like, I'll see, whatever, I'll throw a picture up. And then you're like, wham, like 8 people contact you and they're like, hey, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, hey, you have a social life and things are like speeding up. And now, yeah, maybe now you meet the one, Cancer. It's very strange. The star, the one. Oh my gosh. And then this pops out. This popped out upright. Look at that 2 of Cups. Or 10 of Cups. Why am I doing that? That is so, I can't even explain it. All right. They're messing with me now. The King of Wands, okay? Last clarifying card for the outcome. The King of Wands is beautiful. This is somebody who is magnetic, attractive, and Cancer, I feel like this is you. I feel like there's going to be a plethora of opportunities. I hate to say it. I really do feel like this person's going to come back in. They're going to be like, I miss you, Cancer. I love you, Cancer. But you're so much more attractive than you give yourself credit for. That you have 3 kings in a row, Cancer. Wait for that king. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not saying not to get back with this person. Give it another chance if you want. I don't feel like you're, again, I feel like you're very like nonchalant. Like, I'll talk to them. I'll hang out. They can buy me dinner or I can buy them dinner, whatever. Whichever way you want to do it. But I just feel like you're kind of like, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's interesting. If it does, it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't feel like I think you're at ease either way. And here I was going the 2 of Cups because I see these 2 people and it's just messing with me for whatever reason. They're messing with me. I saw the 2 of Cups, which is a twin flame card, 2 people together, but it's the 10 of Cups, which is pretty close. This says satiety, okay? And I could be pronouncing that wrong. You don't need to like get in the comments and get all like crazy with me. The 10 of Cups is peace, joy, family. It's 2 people coming together. The 9 of Cups is the wishes. The 10 of Cups is the wishes and dreams coming true. So the 10 of Cups is literally finding your peace. Cancer, you're on track to find your peace. Whether it's old or new, I'm going to say majority of you are going to find new. Because then you have the horseshoe. And when it's right side up, it reads on the side. And you have luck. So, I feel like this person's going to try their darndest to come back to you, Cancer. I feel like this ex is coming in and I'm sorry. I feel like by the time they get it together and by the time they figure out what it is they truly want and what you're truly worth and the fact that you are no longer going to put up with it, you're no longer going to feed any more energy into it, they're literally going to text you and be like, I miss you. And again, expect some award for it. I was telling another sign the same thing. And you're just not doing it anymore. You don't care. You can take it or leave it. You may not even answer the text. You may not even answer the call. Whatever it is. And then by the time they figure out how much they miss you, how much you did for them, how deserving, how much you sacrificed for them, you move on to your wishes. And it comes in quick. Whoever this is coming in, Cancer's coming in quick. Winston and Belfry. Today is the beginning of anything you want. Perfect. Winston and Belfry. There's your 2. There's your 2 of Cups. Winston and Belfry. Look at them. They look perfect together. I'm just kidding. But Winston and Belfry. Today is the beginning of anything you want. And Cancer, I shit you not. That is my feeling for you guys. Oof. I just got chills. I'm not even kidding. Okay. I will see you soon. Bye, Cancer.